Hello everyone, welcome back to another project video. It makes me very happy that you're back, ready to create. On this week's project, we're going to learn about one of the most amazing artists that ever existed. Without a doubt, Vincent van Gogh is one of the most famous artists of the world. He was born in the Netherlands but spent most of his life in France. He had a very difficult life. Nonetheless, he still was a very dedicated and talented artist. He painted over 2,000 paintings, most of those during the last 2 years of his life. His paintings are easily recognizable because of his unique style, bright colors, bold brushstrokes, and much movement. We're going to be recreating one of his paintings using only crayons. Crayons are great for blending and layering colors, for adding texture, which are key elements on every Van Gogh's painting. So bring a piece of paper and your crayons and let's make! We're recreating a painting that already exists, so we need to look at the colors of a painting and find those colors on our color collection. The main colors of the painting are white, yellow, different kinds of oranges, different kinds of blues, brown, and black. To recreate this painting, I will be using a blue paper. If you don't have a blue paper, you can simply follow the steps on a white paper. So first, let's find the middle of our paper. You can do this by folding your paper in half and starting to draw right at the line of the fold. Grab your black marker and start doing a horizontal line on top of the folded line. Make sure your lines are dark and bold. From the end of each line, make a diagonal line on the left and on the right slightly open. This is going to look like a trapezoid. From the end of each line, now make another diagonal line, this time going in a little bit on the left and on the right. Now our shape looks a little bit more like a hexagon. From each corner in the middle of our shape, make a slightly curved line from the left to the right. Do the same on the bottom of the shape, doing a smaller line, still a little bit curved. Finally, let's add the table where our flower base is going to be standing. From the left, take a line growing all the way, making its way to the right, skipping where the flower base is, and then continuing all the way until the end of the paper. On the top of the base, draw a couple of different ovals. You can draw this on different random parts of the paper. Just make sure they go directly above the flower base and that you give them enough space to breathe from each other. These are the center of the sunflowers, so around them we're going to be drawing the petals. Once you're done doing the ovals, then go ahead and draw the petals. There are many different options in which you can draw a petal. Right here are some examples, but you can draw them in any way you prefer. Once you have drawn petals in all of your ovals, then it's time for coloring. To color like Vincent van Gogh, we have to add lots of layers of color. That means that we're not only using one color to color things. We need to layer up to 2 or 3 colors to make it look more rich and more expressive like Vincent van Gogh paintings. Crayons are a really good option to do that. So I'm going to start with the petals of my flowers and I'm going to color them yellow, maybe orange, and a little bit of brown. I'm going to add all of these colors at the same time in both the petals and also the center of the flower. The center of the flower needs to be a darker brown, so make sure that the center of your flower has the darkest colors. Another idea to add texture to the center of the flowers is to do a grid inside of it. With the black crayon, we're going to do waffle lines. This is just a bunch of lines standing up, filling up the circle, and then a bunch of lines laying down. It's a combination of vertical and horizontal lines on the same place. Get a green crayon and then draw the stems to fill out the spaces between the flowers. Let's move on to the vase. Our coloring style is going to be different from before. We're going to color one direction only, side to side, but we're going to do it a little bit scribbly. We have to do fast strokes from side to side. Let's start with a dark orange or a brown color. Color side to side only the top part of the flower base. Leave some spaces empty because remember that we're going to layer different colors. After orange, bring a yellow color and then try to fill out all of the empty spaces. Now get a brown crayon and color only a small area of that part. Now, for the bottom of the base, bring a white crayon and color the same way, filling up all of the bottom part of the flower base. Even if you're using white paper, I will suggest you still make this step. Then bring an orange color and color only the edges of this part of the vase, both sides, top and bottom. For the table, we're going to use the same colors that we use for the top of the vase, and we're also coloring in the same way. Get your orange color and color some lines all across the table. Make sure they all go side to side and they should be horizontal. Next, bring the yellow and fill in all of the empty spaces that you can. To that, let's add some brown lines and color a little bit of the spots. If you want, you can bring a black crayon and softly color on the left edges of the flower base and under the table to create shadows. For the background, we're going to do more of that waffle line type that we did on the center of the flower. Remember, it's just a bunch of lines standing up together at the same time with a bunch of lines laying down. This is a combination of vertical lines and horizontal lines on the same place. Fill up the background all around and behind the flowers with a white crayon. Then bring a dark blue crayon and do the same all on top of the white lines that you already did. This will create layers and textures perfect for a painting that represents Vincent van Gogh. And that is it, my friends. You have created now a sunflower painting from Vincent van Gogh. Don't forget to take a picture of your drawing and put it up on Schoology. Van Gogh is a personal favorite artist of mine, so I had a lot of fun making this project. I hope you did have fun too. One more time, I thank you for allowing me in your time and your space, and I will see you next week with the new project. Bye!